12
and Paula. 129.
22 traffic.
432 phase dynamark.
Location 10-20.
I only have one question. You know, unfortunately, security nowadays is tough.
I have reports of a German Shepherd off leash.
So what did they buy?
Down between
Well, they bought the majority of 1.8 gigahertz to about 2.2 gigahertz. Why is that important? Because 1.8 to 2.2 is right around that sweet spot of LTE 4G, right? That is what they're currently using. Now, you can get some 5G on the top end, but for the most part, that is what they're looking for. Now, there is something that they need that I don't think they have a
codes when they contact RP. 1, educate. 2, unable to catch.
Confirm 2009 Chevy Vision color, moving and traveling out of town. 26 negative 29. 27 on Gonzales, eligible for 31 negative 29.
10 for it. I'm going to have to go ahead and move a call to your box. It's going to be 1546 South Brownlee. If you can hit the next. That tire so I can change out that tire on the trailer.
Clip generated.
Me either. Now they're brainwashing me. It's the same thing, you know. They just pile more shit on shit. Problem, solution. And, I'm just supposed to be concerned about case my mother's not sure else I'm going to prove 2 prison terms. And,
in the area, they will be in front of the White House on
I don't know I'm going to stand to it.
10-4.
741, also for 43, the citizen's going to be waiting right there in that
Call
area.
by phone.
High School.
133, 10-4.
$118.
mysterious charges that a DA's office can bring.
642, 10
Linux voice control stopped.
AC 933 dispatch, 1043, 3600, Family 1.
Six 45-10-4.
649 out at the courthouse. Any modesty? 49, 3033, radio check, 10-8. What you got, Toby?
Placement scan complete.
I need a appointment over here at the shipping corner as soon as possible.
Okay.
Show me out at 301 Reynolds in regards to criminal mischief. Came into the office for 23.
Trim
Show me en route to
clip
905
generated.
Wealthy.
Renaming complete. 27 files renamed.
Codes 1, I contact RP. 1, educate. 1, patrol. 2, unable to locate.
Album art complete. Found 0 local artworks.
10-4.
He's gonna head up there in a minute, Toby.
New files sorted. 27 placed in worded folders. Quarantined 2 empty music folders. LVC JSON generation complete with multi-word groups. Linux voice control restarted.
AC 909 in dispatch.
Go ahead.
can you give me a call when you get the chance? What's your traffic?
642.
Boy Mary 1, X-ray 951. Boy Mary 1, X-ray 951. 381 or 181 just east of 3579.
Enough, young Alley, as he was then called, had an interesting way to end these evenings.
David Lapp represents ratepayers in Maryland.
In
state.
the discussion.
The utilities have to pay a higher capacity price. They pass it on to consumers.
But Alan Dawson was a young kid of 12 years old. Before he went to bed, he would sit at his desk in his bedroom and write out a report of who had attended the dinner, what they had said, and what he had said.
Clip generated.
Could you complete my call at 3600 Brandywine Court? Can you place me working at the Euclid Court in 1 minute?
10-4.
But it won't be functional, and chances are your license key will also not work, because Microsoft knows your hardware and thinks you're just trying to cheat them from a juicy license. And on Mac, well, you can't even remove the hard drive at all, since it's soldered into the device in almost all of their computers, and it has been that way for a long while. It might seem like a stupid advantage, but it's really not. It's invaluable time saved when you move to a new computer.
Go ahead.
You can show me clearing from Pyramid. I have 2 results when you're ready.
Come on, go ahead with your results.
There'll be 2 unable to make contact and 1 contact notice. This call can be your sequence.
Okay, hold on. 3-7. I would like to advise I believe my big finger put myself working the Arrow Street call right a long time before I started actually working it. I think I got here around 10:15 or so, and it says that I started working there at 9:58. I didn't touch it because I don't know how to correct it. So I just thought I'd let you know.
No, we showed you working. We tried to make contact over the radio and the phone, but no answer. So we assumed you may have been talking to a citizen.
Do you have any
Millions of dollars of business decisions were
workshopping scheduled?
Message delivered prisoner in custody.
With an exhaustive set of board members. So, being here 7 years, I have heard a lot of people say they like lunchtime. It's more convenient, although Councilman Campos' group
All right, there being no further business, this meeting is adjourned.
because that's more convenient. So, yeah.
So we're not going to be that much different. So.
Department Station 2, radio check.
Councilman Bond.
Go the other way. Still sign up.
Item as well, right?
Yes.
Just making sure that they can still sign up on any agenda item.
Right.
Okay, making sure.
So it's 2 opportunities at noon, and then at the item, if one, Councilman Scott.
All right.
3
minutes good, except for 1 minute.
At 6:15 the words.
Station 94 to dispatch.
Clip generated.
Advise code enforcement is here for the address on Pyramids. I'm speaking to them for a little bit.
10-4.
Linux voice control stopped.
We are also joined by Mark Klein.
License plate Charles William George 7269 going toward Corpus, swerving all over the road. The female driver said they passed you and they're up by Sandpiper now.
10-4, call here to the north.
10-4.
Correction, I'm heading south.
10-4.
Placement scan complete. Trim complete. Processed 24. Quarantine 0.
Lewis, you broke down.
Renaming complete. 24 files renamed.
210.
Album art complete. Found 0 local artworks.
Yeah, we'll be taking that and I'll be looking at a lot.
24.
New files sorted. 24 placed in worded folders. Quarantine 2 empty music folders.
Qualify, can you send that over to Corpus also?
LVC JSON generation complete with multi-word groups. Linux voice control restarted.
So it's clear as 180 Salida. 43, count 4.
Try to run the families. You guys got more buttons than my grandma's fucking push. John wants things to point away from the family. You know what? Tell him no. Time and again I've done his bid. It's time to set some limits. Really? Yeah, really.
Everyone will be on the highway.
He will. Stop him! Jesus!
That's good right there.
Two by 6.
Six for you, Ken. Yeah, with an abandoned vehicle. I believe it was crashed and left here on the side of 361 near Camores, Southbound 28.
Number what?
One patrol, one unable to locate, one made contact RP, and show me en route to the Carlson call.
We'll get a crash and they will be picking it up later.
Notice takes it to a lower court to decide exactly how the IEPA law is applied to tariffs going forward, Gates.
Brian Chung, a lot to watch out for in the coming weeks and months. Brian, thanks.
Let me contact RP when educate.
Trim complete. Processed 21, quarantined 0. Remaining.
Separating the problematic portion, well, leaving the remainder intact. End quote. Given the current challenges of including myself,
Thanks to Raycon for sponsoring this video. Now back to the story. And off during this holiday season, order by December 15th to guarantee delivery by Christmas,
generated.
because great gifts like these earbuds
Video
should show up
complete.
late.
San Paul 5308, we're still traveling. We're going on 89 now.
Fantastic first draft of a desktop. It is still a first draft. The applications are bare bones. The settings are very bare bones. And you can clearly see that some stuff is not animated as it should be. Some stuff isn't as smooth as it should be. There are some...
Go ahead. Just north of the four-way.
Perfect. Twelve, you're key up.
Shields to both dogs or terriers. They were able to separate the dogs. She just wants to practice since day one, but that's up to you. You tell me.
Seven, go ahead.
You guys should be clear from the 1815 Howard Street call and have the end results whenever you're ready.
Go ahead with results.
You too.
Temper.
One, educate, and then in 1 minute, if you could put me working the 1939 Gardena court call.
Finally here, I'd note that if you're interested in running Zorin OS or another Linux distro, but you need access to some Windows software, and lots of people are in that position, and it can't always be installed using Wine. In fact, a lot of Windows applications don't work using Wine. If you're in that position, you can always install a virtual machine. And again, I've got this here. If you just look under System Tools, and down here I've installed VirtualBox, so we'll run up VirtualBox. I found this in the software store.
I knew right away it had to be the cutting board. When I got home, I checked it.
Hello.
It looked clean, but deep in the grooves, there were bits of old food.
Linux voice control stopped.
I always clean hot water, soap, but I found out wood cutting boards absorb juices like a sponge, trapping bacteria like
Insurance confirmed 2004 inquiring color David Vaughn Jr. of Mathis, number between 6 negative 29, 27 on Vaughn, deal eligible for 32 negative 29.
Placement scan complete. Trim complete. Processed 21, quarantined 0.
24.
Renaming complete. Clip generated. Album art complete. Found 0 local artworks. New files sorted. 24 placed in worded folders. Quarantined 2 empty music folders. LVC JSON generation complete with multi-word groups.
12 contact.
That was like new construction where we just set the meter. The meter is good. He just needed the gas turned
Linux voice control restarted.
on. You want me to call him to ask somebody there?
No, just spell the street once again.
FOLD, like your folding clothes.
10-4. Can you give me a call, please?
To figure it out. I got halfway down the stairs before I realized the spool might not have an RFID tag in it because it isn't intended to run in the AMS. Checking the website, sure enough, it's not supported in the AMS. For the record, it does load and feed, but the filament is really rigid and I don't know how reliable it would be or how long the AMS would last. So I reloaded the filament in a poly dryer box, connected it up with a piece of PTFE tube, and started.
Clip generated.
This policy alone will not solve our problem. Here's a reality. Overpopulation is the root issue. We don't have a euthanasia problem, we have a breeding problem. Unaltered pets, backyard breeding, accidental litters keep flooding the system.
Restrict access.
If more animals are being born than can be adopted, shelters will stay full no matter what label you use.
Don't think this is some
Removing euthanasia without expanding adoptions, fosters, and resources does not mean animals get saved.
Good. Go ahead, disregard my last
This is long day Okay, it is
48
hours, I'll say. But each
Station 2, 1801, US 41, Captain and fire alarm, heavy hallway 4, room 429, 429, smoke detector, Captain in.
Station 2, copy engine 2 will be responding momentarily.
Reporting tonight on Nick and his complicated relationship with his parents. Morgan Chesky starts us off tonight at the courthouse in Los Angeles.
These are some of the most serious charges that a DA's office can bring.
And the system will now reboot. And once again, we're arriving in the next minute. This time installed. Well, again, we just scroll down, select the edition like that, click on confirm, select our product language, and for Windows 10 we then get a choice of 32-bit or 64-bit editions. I'll select 64-bit and we can then download the file. Secondly, we need to turn on hardware virtualization in our PC's BIOS. The precise controls for this do vary, but mostly
Hey, come down this way towards Daytona. The same way I came from Houston. There's a manhole right here.
Okay, what? And it was busy, but I did all the way to the house. I'm like, this should have been 3 o'clock. This should have been.
AC for dispatch.
Right.
You can show me 1023 at 2446 also.
Can I 37 at dispatch?
Right.
Can you show me clear from the Gardena Street call? You can resequence the call, and the end result is going to be 1 patrol, 1 unable to locate, and then I'm going to stop for a couple minutes just to map out the calls in my box.
Clip generated. Linux voice control stopped.
That's my job.
Placement scan complete.
Most functions one's going to be a white van.
Trim complete. Processed 21, quarantined 0. Renaming complete. 24 files renamed. Album art complete. Found 0 local artworks. New files sorted. 24 placed in worded folders. Quarantined 2 empty music folders. LVCJSON generation complete with multi-word groups.
Close out, 905 Rossi. Result codes. 1, make contact RP. 1, make contact. 2, educate. 1, patrol. 1, unable to locate. There's another political one, Bob. If you want to go in there and read the highlights of my notes.
Linux voice control restarted.
T-F1. I've already compressed all the Harris calls, documented all the different RPs, closed as duplicates of the other ones. I'm going to head over there next after I make this up.
Open,
One arriving at Fort Ayers. Level 1 could be about 1004, they're about 23 millimeters. They're right there.
Clip generated.
I'm back in the city.
You gonna need a truck in Bay 1 or give me a Bay 2?
When I got home, I checked it. It looked clean, but deep
Go ahead and
there were vegetables. I smelled it. That same raw chicken smell. I always think about hot water, soap, like a sponge, trapping bacteria and salmonella inside, where birds can't even reach. I felt sick. I threw it out on the spot.
Trim complete. Processed 20, quarantined 1. Renaming complete. 23 files renamed. New files sorted. 23 placed in worded folders.
We'll be here on 4710 Grand Lake Drive, 24.
Of both sides of this horn. So in this case, which is a 30-degree divergence, it's 15 degrees and 15 degrees, a 30-degree included angle in the horn. The length is pretty irrelevant. The longer the horn, the better the protection against lateral radiation, and also slightly less divergence downfield, but it's a small difference. So if we were to make this horn twice as long or half as long, it would operate almost as effectively.
North Charles, Ocean 0828, North Charles, Ocean 0828. 642 back. It's going to be North Charles David, North Charles David, 0828.
81. The address is 2721 Ada, 2721 ADA Street, Hydro.
Name of the one from Despacito? Luis Foni, excuse me, Fonseca. Luis Foni, excuse me. I don't even remember what breakfast I had or what my name was. Hey!
421.
What's his name?
466 and 464.
I don't give up. I remember listening to that song and that his wife had cancer and she still left him.
Administration is asking for here, or is she pushing back? Do you anticipate any fighting, whether it be with the militia down
Imagine
there,
being able to build an app.
the colectivos, the kind of like the henchmen that are often doing the violent bidding of Maduro, or is everything going completely according to plan?
Yeah, I mean the well-armed militia who are pretty loyal.
Shelby dispatch 1004 has been cleared.
That's been perfect, thank you.
Clip generated. Placement scan complete.
Yes, or I start with what almost nobody can say.
Interstate 37 call.
10 more.
Linux voice control stopped.
$6.45.
Any code enforcement officer?
Beginnings 317.
Dispatch, any code enforcement officer on the air? Acknowledge.
Placement scan complete.
741.
Trim complete. Processed 21, quarantined 0.
Also the lady with the 2 canines.
Renaming complete. 24 files renamed. Album art complete. Found 0 local artworks.
21.
Yeah.
Like a census search.
Thank you, Jennifer.
New files sorted. 24 placed in worded folders. Quarantined 2 empty music folders.
642. Copy on serial number for file.
Five 10-8 from Flame.
17293. Mary George 917293. It's gonna be on Black Springfield XD 9mm.
LVC JSON generation complete with multi-word groups.
Okay.
Complete.
So, who does that? 1004 has been cleared.
That's perfect, thank you.
Clip generated. Placement scan complete.
Yes, or pressure is what almost nobody can.
Linux voice control restarted.
Get the gig, please. Thank you.
Interstate 37 call.
Linux voice control start.
Robert Young, shows to be clear, valid.
645.
Negative 29, 28, January 26, enforcement officer. Caitlin Young, Robert Young, and Ramsey Pound. That's right, 29, there's no 28 like this one.
317.
10-4.
Clip generated.
Yeah.
Dispatch any code enforcement officer on the air, you know?
Placement scan complete.
741.
Trim complete. Process 21, quarantine 0.
49, 28 for the quarter. 49, 21.
Renaming complete. 24 files renamed. Album art complete. Found 0 local artworks.
Find the exact model of the 201 that have almost the same serial number. macOS might also work without installing specific software, but the
2955 ESVS 1108. CrossFit Bar and McCardle.
New files sorted. 24 placed in worded folders. Quarantined 2 empty music folders.
642. Copy on serial number for file. Five 10 from Flame. 17293. Mary George 917293. Leon Black Springfield XD 9mm.
Hello. Everything you need to get your drone in front of fans. We print
LVC JSON generation complete with multi-layered groups.
And then just to confirm the X-ray 5778.
Yeah, 4. You will pick up the signs right now.
So, just say the law enforcement, please. 10-4. Yes, thank you.
Clip generated. Placement scan complete.
There's a Balfour and Hernandez Jeweler. A Balfour and Hernandez Jeweler in Springs, Texas.
X-ray, Charles John, 1536. X-ray, Charles.
Linux voice control restarted.
So 1022, 19, she's still right there at Greenwood.
64, registration. 26.
Then to be Shelter.
1907. 27, 19.
Just get the gate, please. Thank you.
Linux voice control stopped.
Supposed to be clear valid. 645. Negative 29, 28, January 26, keep it young, water gallon, around the span. National 29, National 28, and that this one. 217. 10-4.
because Johnny is a skinny mixed martial arts fighter.
One patrol, one unable to locate.
American Ultra movie, Big Boy assets from Burger Boy that eats at McDonald's and works at Luciano's, but targets McDonald's to fuck Johnny.
And
it's an LTS or long-term support release with security updates until 2029. The system requirements are for a 64-bit CPU along with a minimum of 2 GB of RAM, although 4 GB is recommended. In practice,
clip generated.
I can have you around 883 and 1074. 883 and 1074. Reference to 2 loose cows in the middle of the road.
Yeah, 4.
Placement scan complete.
Agent 4, go ahead. I'll be 1076 to 4848 South Alameda.
Stacy 202, correct? Yes, ma'am.
Trim complete. Processed 24. Quarantine 0.
37. The address is 4809 Urban. 4809 Urban Street.
Renaming complete. 24 files renamed. Album art complete. Found 0 local artworks. New files sorted. 24 placed in wedded folders. Quarantined 2 empty music folders.
645 prisoner.
LVC-JSON generation complete with multi-word groups. Linux voice control restarted.
Listen, can you give me a call, please? You 23 on 10501 Leopard.
Football team, Sharon Moore, and bench. We are just out of pocket.
I believe they were sending out takeoff of the VC
on it to safeguard the conduct constitutes a clear violation. That doesn't really fit in with
that's what I want to try to avoid is to try and pre-plan for some stuff.
Clip generated.
I know that we have to have a box of miscellaneous pairs of suitcases.
Yeah, I was finding it in the
We have to have adult.
And the first of these is Zorin OS 16 Pro.
indentation in the code computer.
That's how I like it. And when we go back.
Go for it.
Hello.
David, answer.
David, I'm at 1838.
So I would wait till we get at least the vendor and get their actual timeline before we rush to, or not rush, before we have or not before we take the book. Because it really will depend on the vendor. We know some vendors have already done work in the region, and if they're selected, then they'll have a head start.
Okay.
So we'll show you that early in January after we select the vendor. But I think the way I'm looking at it, there's going to be a lot of work, and the committee is going to be engaged every step of the way. It's not that we pick them in the
P2562.
Stand by.
10-4. 10-4.
Seahawkers.
Alright.
John 0616 Robert Charles John 0616. I'm taking the line 6 off 9. That's good right there.
No, I'm waiting for p25 to call in before you.
10-4.
Alright, go on at 256 feet and answer.
Complete with Bonetta. I'm here at the yard. Turned in the no problem fouling gas was no issues. Other than that, I need to go to City Hall to pick up my new work phone.
A benefit for the future generation, the benefit of the environment, and that you also serve your community. I'm really proud to work on this project, really.
Drivers should be able to run that on any vehicle without any problem. So to conclude on Cosmic and OS, I know what they
all about guidance and freedom. You're kind of a parent saying it's time for you to grow up and figure it out on your own. I'm not going to solve this problem for you.
The first order of business was deciding on how to decide. And it turns out some people have very strong opinions on voting systems. Programmers love arguing about voting methods.
I remember thinking, this isn't going to work. A lot of strong voices. It's really difficult when you have hundreds of core developers.
Linux voice controls stopped.
649, 10. One different. It's a cable, not a.
Clip generated. Placement scan complete. Trim complete. Processed 24, quarantined 0. Renaming complete. 24 files renamed.
Station owner for dispatch.
Album art complete. Found 0 local artworks. New files sorted. 24 placed in worded folders. Quarantine 2 empty music folders. LVC JSON generation complete with multi-word groups. Linux voice control restarted. Clip generated.
Thanks.
Hello.
Driver 5, EMSA, fire EMSA, go.
Clip generated.
Yo no sé eso, duda eso.
And I'm 2596.
Getting them right now. I'm getting them right now. It's
Because you've never seen a miracle.
Heading out to the 1145 Bravo drive call, and I do want to advise the 5175 Interstate 37 call. That one is the last call I just heard. Come on, I'm ready for that.
Linux voice control stopped. Placement scan complete. Trim complete. Processed 21. Quarantines. Renaming complete. 24 files renamed. Album art complete. Found 0 local artworks.
Temporary traffic or business check? Business check. Okay.
New files sorted. 24 placed in worded folders. Quarantined 3 empty music folders.
Total.
LVC JSON generation complete with multi-word groups.
No, 17 is taken from the artist.
Linux voice control restarted.
$684.10 paper set.
Turn 4.
74 clear. What was the other question?
Turn 4. Front 20 for an individual.
Full contact.
Clip generated.
Better collections in our property tax from the appraisal review board process. Our sales tax came in a little bit better, which is good. We were real close to that one.
The Corpus Christi
Solid
Business and
waste,
Job Development
revenue
Corporation,
from recycling and from disposal. Our revenue
with your IP address,
23.
your browser, your behavior.
Okay, any requests from the public to make public comment on any items 9 through 28, please come forward.
And these tools.
Yes.
Cows are back in the pasture on today.
Dispatch.
18 after 7 dispatch.
17, go ahead. Please completely call at Rancho Vista. Result code to be 1 main contact victim, 1 main contact owner, 104, 1 entity. No, ma'am.
910, 910, radio check.
Around here.
910, 10-4. Open mic.
One patrol, 1 unable to locate, 1 made contact, 1 site, 1 educate, and in 1 minute can you have me working the 1326 Calle San Lucas?
What are you doing?
Radio has now moved into sort.
I had an entry block.
Clip generated. Linux voice control stopped.
Okay, but you did fix 932 also, right?
I'm out to 932.
Placement scan complete.
What's that again?
The same squall for like 30 minutes.
So where should I start?
Trim complete. Processed 21, quarantine 0. Renaming complete. 24 files renamed.
Morning.
Album art complete. Found 0 local artworks.
I don't think his legs work.
Yeah. Show me clear from the 1546 Brownlee call with the result codes.
New files sorted.
3 main
24
contacts.
placed in worded folders.
Stand by for the codes. I'm getting to this.
Quarantined 2 empty music folders.
I'm rolling right now, so.
LVC JSON generation complete with multi-word groups.
For Brownlee is going to be 3 make contact, 2 site, 2 educate. And your first one.
Linux voice control restarted.
626, Central.
Clip generated.
Yeah, because they're gonna fill the street. But yeah, if you need yeah, keep moving informed. 935 is coming up now.
If I can have you around 230 by Frontage Road, possible address 220 35 Frontage. I have an RP in a gray Colorado 1500 advising there was a male subject in a black Colorado, pointed a gun at him. This occurred in Portland, however, he follows the vehicle to that address.
Yeah, just received another call that the canine is trying to break out of the cage.
What they do?
10-4, my here.
10-4.
Now.
I did advise him that, but he is refusing. 145.
Patrol and 2 okay.
They hurricane too, or maybe there's some type of natural disaster, or maybe whatever the case is, they can now move service to that area. They can migrate it almost. That's DTC as well as internet service.
So unfortunately, I need to go to that wild call.
In comparison to in the past, because SpaceX Starlink, all those satellites now have their ISL, or inter-satellite link, built in, meaning that they have lasers, not pew-pew.
Station over just us. Rescue transport and transport.
10-4.
10-4.
Shot Renee Good.
107, 1044.
How do you define absolute immunity? What does that mean?
28 school bus.
A woman was very violent. She was a very radical person. Very sad what happened. Her friend was very radical. Go, drive.
Absolute immunity. How would you define that?
Well, I'm going to let the people define it, but the beauty, you know what a beauty
Clip generated.
beats as well as I do. Whether it's ice.
I'm wanting to go daddy an actor. I'm wanting to know what I'm an actor. Go daddy early. Go daddy early.
Which they say is the most violent. MS-13 is pretty bad, but then they love what they say.
17 fingers, Stephanie around him. Stephanie around here, 361 254 1451. Repeat, 361 254 1451. Just gonna be a call with 664 to the report on if you want additional information or anything.
Because I have no idea.
Yeah, well.
Catamaran 10-4.
Received.
I love what they've done. It is a fantastic first draft of a desktop. It is still a first draft. The applications are bare bones. The settings are very bare bones. And you can clearly see that
Right now,
as it proceeds, some stuff is set as
We all know that
Linux voice control stopped. Placement scan complete. Trim complete. Processed 21, quarantined 0. Renaming complete. 24 files renamed. Album art complete. Found 0 local artworks.
Anything offered is that?
New files sorted. 24 placed in worded folders.
Here's every 1023 call first.
10-4.
Quarantine 2 empty music folders.
Careful.
LVC JSON generation complete with multi-word groups.
Radio check and 10-8 from yard. Have a good day, be safe.
Clip generated. Linux voice control restarted.
$3027 to base. Can I get an individual?
Stand by.
10-4.
What's going on?
Okay, so when you get to the scene, just call me back on the radio.
Introducing a new era and
what's going on, okay?
Oh. Tell me for the report info.
20 direct, copy on head.
Good.
Copy, name and number for public service.
I know you can pull it back on my manifest.
Hold on.
361-222-2425.
Venezuela. Having covered the Pentagon during the early days of the Iraq War, gone to Iraq, the early days of Viceroy Paul Bremer and the Baathists who left Saddam Hussein and became terrorists on the ground, there is this specter of U.S. boots on the ground in a country that may not be favorable to us in one way or another. The President is answering those questions, saying it's going to be a transition to get to another government.
Enemy 7777, count for the gate and for the deliverable.
Charlie.
But you can purchase a license and activate a virtual machine in exactly the same way as Windows on real hardware. And so here, let's go to Settings, like that, and I'm sure the machine wants to be activated. Yes, it does, so let's click on Windows isn't activated, and I've purchased a very low-cost Windows 10 Pro key online, so let's see if it works. Let's click on Change Product Key, and I'll enter my key, and click on Next. Will it work?
Something happened around noon on
point for a lot of people. Current estimates put the price tag at around 25 billion euros, which is approximately 29 billion US dollars.
Put that on if you hold to that.
About a 9-minute ETA.
I'm 70-year-old male.
Clip generated. Linux voice control stopped. Placement scan complete. Trim complete. Processed 21, quarantined 0. Renaming complete. 24 files renamed. Album art complete. Found 0 local artworks. New files sorted. 24 placed in worded folders. Quarantined 2 empty music folders. LVCJSON generation complete with multi-word groups. Clip generated. Linux voice control restarted. Clip generated.
That's the one that...
I got that one going. I had it at 950. I got that one going. I had an entry box.
932 off of that. 932 off of that.
I'm out to 932. I'm out to 932.
Nothing.
They want it.
About 360, Timmy from the yard base.
Have a good day. Be safe.
Clip generated.
Is a fantastic first wrap of the desktop. This delayed first wrap. We have working on the settings on you'll see that some stuff is not animated as it should be, some stuff isn't as smooth as it should be.
You can cancel that you not needed it.
No shortcuts. Audacity, drum machine, handbrake for encoding, Caden Live. Copy! Pull the fucking trigger! Copy!
I cannot take the shot.
Dispatch?
Pull the fucking trigger.
Negative, sir. I cannot take this shot. Come on!
Go ahead.
I'm breathing, you relief.
5 and working.
Linux voice control stopped.
What trailers are in? We believe 726 is like a little trailer park, but we can't find anyone that's asking for help. 1261, we found the patient. Thank you. Time for it.
Nine 31.
Placement scan complete. Trim complete. Processed 24, quarantined 0. Renaming complete. 24 files renamed. Album art complete. Found 0 local artworks.
931. 931. 931.
New files sorted. 24 placed in worded folders.
County.
612,
Quarantined 3 empty music folders. LVC JSON generation complete with multi-word groups.
Outside extra patrol, please.
Time 125. That's 655 Castle Park. Unit F as in Frank 125. For signal 1 inside.
Frank 125.
Linux voice control restarted.
Any other breath? One person. One union.
AC 906 to dispatch. Hello? Can you show us clear from the Mexico Modesto call and en route back to the facility with 1 impound?
One 164. Good. 123 traffic.
164, 124, good.
120.
Hey, what's the exact location of that 28? I got the record here.
Passing Indian Point. I was Paul Young Zebra 3469.
Gonna be right before the exit.
3469 south. Point.
AC 906 to dispatch. Can you advise clinic that we are coming in with a German Shepherd puppy, possible skin mange, and I know they are in surgery, but we will be needing them to take a look at her.
Can I get the case number for the traffic stop?
Clip generated.
Are you okay?
There's a product key, so we'll just take that down there.
Director, for coming here today. And actually, thank you for your response
I also want to make sure we're offline when we do this, so I can set up a local
about
account. And to do that, I'm going to go down here to virtual bot disconnect. Now, I'm going to find out
Video complete.
message to the virtual machine with the requirements for
of very bare bones, and you can clearly see that.
Shakedown. He has come alongside. That's back transfer forward. What side would you prefer us to come alongside over?
Security warning. Bit of necessity detected.
Go by the wayside. More importantly, I think, they will face, and the President will get at the 11 a.m. news conference, about next steps.
So I'll just log in.
Who is leading in Venezuela? Does that person become the next target? How can you install the opposition forces? What are the next steps? What are the next countries that you're concerned about?
And then ends up being DNS because, of course, that's what it is. But like I mentioned before, it's often faster to ask AI.
You got it, John. I'll be 1076 to the facility to complete the rest of my call.
And the standard is to make sure you get everything you're entitled to. The hope is that one day these self-driving cars can limit deadly car crashes due to human error. That doesn't mean the risk is non-existent. So don't be afraid to use Waymo, but now you're informed on how exactly to handle any injuries that could occur so that you are a more educated driver.
What you're doing, or just to feel protected when you're using public Wi-Fi. This is just an important tool to have on your computer, and personally the one I use is Authoritarian. It comes as standard in your free account.
I do have PD rounds.
Linux voice control restarted.
Right, FBA.
The option was, do you want us to do something kinetic?
Policeman came up to me recently, nice guy, guarding me.
He's a pediatrician, and he may not have the right type of help to help him. And so we've helped. Michael Dice has helped knowing that. But that's maybe the issue, is some could be unintended.
Okay.
Negative contact. 10-8.
Linux voice control stopped. Placement scan complete. Defense protocols synchronized. Monitoring for password attacks and packet.
Street to Bravo. Most spots are okay. Our units are okay also.
10-4, 10-4. When I have a chance, I will check it out.
Trim complete. Processed 21, quarantined 0.
Thanks from your.
Renaming complete. 24 files renamed. Album art complete. Found 0 local artworks.
2032-4458, 2032, Texas.
New files sorted. 24 placed in wooded folders.
642 returns verified manually on 18 over 6 forward, red in color, Jeremiah 1 through Southern Port Route, January 27, negative 29.
Quarantined 1 empty music folders.
Eligible for 29, negative 29.
Yeah, 4.
Gotcha.
Are they remarried in the same spot?
Yeah, they go 4 inches and then they're going back to 4 so they get the whole way.
LVC JSON generation complete with multi-word groups.